It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. It's Athens and the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin and it's Lucas in at the point guard position.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For the three, and it's Osman missing. Here's Biberovic. Baldwin the pass to Marjanovic. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
None with it. For three. The rebound by Biberovic. Here's Baldwin. No good on the three. First quarter, just over a minute played. Athens with another miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And now Athens on the break. There's Lucas. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
Here's Baldwin. Defended by none. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. There's Lucas. Off target from three-point range.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 of 3. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Now Athens with it. It's a three-point game. Tries to save it, and so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. From deep.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Nunn. Knocks down the three ball.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Yurtsevin. And now Athens on the break. Nunn wide open. Another three for Athens.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it. Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Hayes. No scoring in this one. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now, here's Nunn. He's guarded closely. Trains the three-pointer. Nunn's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Baldwin. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Osman. Back to Nunn. Out to the right wing. Here's Lucas. The rebound by Marjanovic. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Melli. Pass to Biberovic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Lucas. Here's Nunn. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nunn.
Substitution on the court.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. They lead by a bucket. And back with the... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Taking a look at Athens. And so here's the home team. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Hits it from three-point range.
Lazy defense there, guys. You have to guard the outside on inbounds plays, too. Every man has to be accounted for in those situations.
Such a wide-open look.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Athens trails by 3. Sinks the triple. 5 points in the game.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
First personal foul. First
On Sunday, then on Wednesday.
at the line for your home team, number 30.
And he makes the first.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
I'm not sure who is supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 5.
Oh, yes, sir.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Took him no time at all on that one. Gutterich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant goes in, and the dunk by Grant.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defender.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
A miss that time would have put him up. Here's Gutterich. Drills the three-pointer. Gutterich has got 6 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Grant finds Brown. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Fires the three, buries it from three-point range. 8 points for him.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Gutteridge. He's got 6, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Birch. Got a hand on it, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half-court.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
No good from outside.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Grant outside. From downtown, they get it back. Fires for 3. That shot misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Gutteridge. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Count that one.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Athens ahead, leading by just 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And that is a wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And here is Athens now. They lead by 1. We've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4 slot. Osman's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin. And it's Nunn in at the shooting guard position. Here's Biberovic. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Osman the pass to Slukas. Three-pointer. Cracks in the tray. He has 6.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Melly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens leading by 4. Nunn looking around. Yurtsevin kicks to Nunn. Pass to Osman. Pocket 6. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Going to struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Offensive rebound. There's Slukas. It's good from long range.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Hayes, and he makes good on the layup.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The three. Back to none. Pass to Hernan Gomez. That's tipped. Marjanovic passes to Melli. And that one drops for him. And it's now only a 1-point Athens lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Biberovic. To the left side wing. Here's Hayes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to none. From past the arc. And it's Melli with the rebound. Here's Baldwin. Cans it from downtown.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Slukas passes to Nunn to stop the run. Drills it from outside. Nunn's got 12 in the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. There's Slukas. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 3-point Athens lead. Here's Hayes. Off target from outside. And here's Nunn. 12 points for him. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And now Athens on the break. There's Slukas. A three-pointer is right on target. 14 points for him.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. There's Slukas. They get it again. Over to the wing. Fires from deep. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Baldwin. Puts up a deep three. Up again. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Athens leads by 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And for Athens, he's covered by Brown. Lets the three fly. That shot off. Athens leading by 9. His first attempt of the game finds the target.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Second chance shot. They shoot again. That's good on the jump shot. And Athens leads by 14. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Athens.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Five on the clock. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And so much for repeating the three-point barometer.
Oh, he got it!
Are you kidding me, Kevin, from there?
How in the world did that go in?
Did he even see the basket from there?
I don't know.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Grant for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Grant's got the lead up to 14 now for Athens.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Picked his pocket. Now, here's Birch. Defense right on him. A three ball. It's hauled in by Athens.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Another three for Athens.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now Athens with it. They're on an 11-3 run. Athens moving the ball around from deep three-point territory.
No, he did. Why you
Oh,
love guys
he
shooting those, right,
yes.
Kev? Don't hold the ball. Let it rip.
That is amazing. Lets it go with a three. He's off on that one.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Grant at the elbow. Ball stolen. From outside the arc. And he's good on the three ball. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard.
And he nails the third. 1:12 left in the game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .109 left in the fourth quarter. Now Brown. To the middle. 5 to shoot. Takes a three. That one doesn't go. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Fires from way outside. Misses. So it's Athens winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Baldwin's shot is off. Pass to Fournier. There's the three. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Here's Marjanovic. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Personal foul. First
It's his
team.
first trip to the line, and the first one at the line is good.
Your home team. Boba.
And so he hits both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Fournier. The three. Knocks down the triple.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
Here's Babarovic. Fournier covering. Babarovic can't get it to go. Just over a minute and a half in. Left side Fournier. Over to the wing. There's a screen. It's tipped. They get it back. Here's Babarovic. Here's Baldwin. Knocks it down from distance. Baldwin's got his second basket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Papanikolaou. From deep three-point range. Inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Out to the right wing. Hayes inside. And finished off by Hayes.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And here is Fournier. To the right side. There's the triple. Not going to go that time. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Hayes for three. It's hauled in by Fall. Now here's Fournier. Pass to Fall. To the inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Papanikolaou. Out to the right wing. Here's Vezenkov. Hits a three-pointer. Vezenkov's got 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Vezenkov's gone 2 for 3 from the field. Pass to Hayes. Out to the right wing. Here's Melly. Three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Vezenkov. Fires for 3. That one no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Melly, pass to Baldwin. Here's Babarovic. Fournier covering. Fires the 3. They get it back. Pass to Melly. From deep. He can't hit that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Fournier for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
It's a one-on-one situation.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Fires the three, and he buries his first look.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Here's Evans. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Peters. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Peters has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Peters. Unloads. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Off target with the three.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. On Sunday, then on Thursday.
And that game against Athens, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one, but don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Here's Evans. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Dorsey. Takes the three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
A deep three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. To the middle. The putback. He can't get that one to fall. Here's the break. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
They set a pick. 4-3. Drains the triple. Dorsey's got his third basket on the night right there.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Can't get it to fall.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Over to the left wing. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And they're on the break. That one is off. Pass to Guterich. Here's Evans. He's scoreless. Goes up at the elbow. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. And there's the screen. The three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Looking to end the run. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Drills it from deep.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Buries it from 3. Dorsey's got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Evans. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
Hell, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the visiting team. Thanks for tuning in.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the point guard position. Pass to Vezenkov. 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Baberovic. Vezenkov's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. We've got Boban Marjanovic. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the 1 spot. And here is Fournier. Launches it. Hits the trifecta. Fournier's got 6.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. 9 points in the game.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Baldwin. 9 points in the game. Hayes for 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Fournier. This one for 3. Baldwin with a rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Baberovic. Still no points. Pass to Hayes. The 3 is up. Counted from distance.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Now here's Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's Marjanovic. Oh, he picked him clean. They're running. Fournier for 3. Sinks the tray. Fournier's got 12 points in just the second half.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Baberovic can't get it to go.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Here's Papanikolaou. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. 5 points in the game.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Baldwin. And no good. The dry spell continues.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And there's 1:45 left in the third. Ball stolen.
Usually when you're making that skip pass, it's a very tight window.
Here's Vezinkov. He has 6. The offensive rebound. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. He's defended by Hayes. Some solid defense from Hayes. In transition, here they come. Pass to Baldwin. Ooh, ripped away. On the break. The 3-ball. Drains the triple. Vezinkov's got 9 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Here's Vezinkov. 9 points in the game. Here's the 3. Pure from three-point range. Vezinkov's got 6 in the quarter.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Baldwin, he gets it in there.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Baldwin's gone 4 of 8 from the field. Outside Fournier. 3-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Fournier's got 19 points.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
The shot by Melly, no good.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Outside Fournier. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Biberovic in at the 2 spot.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Baldwin, and the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Greg?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts, and the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening, so maybe a good choice to break it up.
Here's Guduric, 6 on the shot clock. Basket's good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Peters. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute played. To the wing, right side. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Milutinov.
No good on the triple.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. He shoots a 3. Rebounded by Evans. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. Here's Peters. From the arc. Pass to Dorsey. Jacks up a three. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Greg.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Fires from deep. Misses the follow-up. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining.
From deep. Sinks the tray.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
From behind the arc. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And there's 1:38 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3. Guterich with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
From outside, off the mark. Here's Dorsey. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Guterich. On target from range.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth. Takes a 3.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one is hammered home.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for a lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
And Dorsey gets it to go. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Rebounded by Evans. And he cans that one.
The entire defense was frozen foot. Nobody picked up the shooter.
And so the road team
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Panathinaikos in at the 3. Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. Hernan Gomez in the corner. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Panathinaikos. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Connects from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Fournier. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Nunn against Fournier. Nunn kicks to Yurtsevin. Pass to Osman. Jacks up a three. Another three for Athens.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Going inside. Here's Fall. Here's Vazenkov. And the three off target.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Puts up a deep three. The offensive rebound. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Osman, the pass to Nunn. They set the screen. Slukas. No good with the triple. Fournier gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Osman. Here's Lucas. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. To the inside. Panathinaikos, good. Panathinaikos got 5.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's a good screen. Pass to Yurtsevin. They're running. From the arc. Outside Fournier. Stolen by none. And now Athens on the break. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Pass to Vizenko. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
He got it up. And we reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 6. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Dorsey, that's good.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
It's deflected. Launches it. Can't get it to fall. He's missed the second after making his first. Brown outside. Nailed from three-point land. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's out of bounds. Now, they say it was last touched by Grant. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now here's Evans. Scoreless thus far.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Out to the right wing. Six on the shot clock. Money from the wing. Here's Evans. Here's Peters. Evans outside. Fires the 3. Pass to Peters. Now Dorsey. There's the three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Now here's Evans. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. On Friday, and then on Tuesday. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Evans taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Evans.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's the screen. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Takes a 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Fires away from outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Peters has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray. He's got 5.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Peters.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Athens.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Pass to Evans. 55 seconds left in the first half. Athens trails by 6. And it's Grant in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Grant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Dorsey. Back to Evans from outside the arc. Good on the 3-point shots. Evans has got 5 points so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And it's Brown missing. No good, shot missing. And that concludes the first half. Up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. The fans on the edge of their seats. On that note, Shaq, rough estimate, how many chairs have you... And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for Athens.
In the game this...
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Yurtseven, and it's none in at the 2 spot. There's the screen. There's Lucas from outside off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward. For the three, gets the three-pointer to fall. Papanikolaou's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's none in at the two. Here's Yurtsevin, and he goes in for the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
There's a screen. Pass to Vezenkov. Latre. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Athens trails by 7. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. There's Lucas. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Fournier against none. Launches a three. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Athens.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
It's good by Hernan Gomez.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Vezenkov. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Vezenkov's got 8. Athens trails by 7.
Athens foul call. Sneakers. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fournier pass to Fall. Shoots. And that's good for 2. Papanikolaou's got 5 points now this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. Osman's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Taken away. And now Athens on the break. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
It's Fournier on the wing.
Athens foul call. Hernan Gomez. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
There's Lucas. Another 3 for Athens.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Osman. They set the pick. And here's none. Shoots the 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Vezenkov. Inside. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor. Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Brown dishes to Grant. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 11. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Up 2. And do not go away. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. A 3. That one doesn't drop.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Evans kicks to Peters. A three-pointer, no good. Athens trails by 5. Grant surveying the D. Hits the three-point bomb.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Peters. Now here's Evans. He's covered by Brown. Evans' shot is good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Grant for 3. The shot, no good. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Peters passes to Fournier. Five on the clock. To the wing right side. Here's Panathinaikos. It's hauled in by Athens. He's guarded by Fournier. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Nunn. Buries the long-range jumper.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Stolen away. Lucas covered by Evans to take the lead. Peters grabs the miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
It's tipped. Back to Fournier. From downtown. Hands it from downtown.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They set the pick. Lucas passes to Osman.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
In the corner, Nunn with it. Just 5 on the clock. Get the shot. And that one's good. Osman.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Tries the spin move. And here's Evans outside, and the 3 ball is good. 3. Evans has gone 3 of 5 from the arc, 60% shooting the 3 ball. And it's Osman missing.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
And Dorsey kicks to Peters. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. .103 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn.
got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Evans dishes to Dorsey. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. It's good from long range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Here's Osman. Evans with another miss. For 3. Misses the shot. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at point guard. Here's Baberovic, pass to Hayes. Finished off by Hayes.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Gets 7 a screen. Hey, here's none for 3. They get it back. He's defended by Hayes. And here's your 7. Just 3 to shoot. Hey, here's none for 3. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Poke loose. Pass to Marjanovic. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. The 3 ball. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Baldwin's shot is off.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And again, it's Athens with a three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Melli. Here's Baberovic. Nunn defends. Jacks up a three. Baberovic can't get it to go. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Puts up a three. And again, it's Athens with a three.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Hayes. Can they get it? The long distance three is buried. Hayes has got his second bucket on the night.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Nunn's gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight. Here's Baldwin. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Offline with a three.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Gets the three ball to go.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Nunn. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's Baberovic. Nunn defends. Screen by Marjanovic. The steal. Here we go, all alone. Pulls up for three. You're at 7 down low. Marjanovic on him. Offensive rebound.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Baberovic. And stolen by Nunn. Fast break. Here we go. Launches it. It's Hayes with the rebound.
And despite a struggle scoring the ball, they've done enough to build this lead.
Here's Baberovic. Fires from deep. Baldwin's shot is off.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's the pick from behind the arc. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Hey, here's Nunn for 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Baldwin. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Osman's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Pass to Baberovic. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. Baberovic has got 6 points.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Baldwin. And so it's Athens going into the break up 12. And the 3 ball has been huge in building this lead. We'll be And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Defended by Brown. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
Athens leading by 9. There's a screen. From the arc. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Athens with it. Grant, the pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Goodrich. They get it again. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
First team foul.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Tries it from the top of the key. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
There's the 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Athens leading by 12. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. They set the screen. Fires for 3. Can't hit that one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Grant outside. Pass to Brown. The 3 is up. Now here's Grant. Launches it from deep. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. No good there. Off the double clutch. And so it's Athens with it. Leading by 12. Fires in the triple. 6 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Baseline try. Here's Goodrich. Knocks it down from distance.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Pass to Graham. A minute 53 left in the first half. Counted from distance.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
The 3. It's hauled in by Athens. And here comes the break. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Yep, that one goes.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Athens leading by 16. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. There's a screen from downtown. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Defended by Brown. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. He buries it from 3. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Goodrich. No good from outside.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
12 seconds left in the second quarter. They set a pick for three. The shot won't fall.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Athens just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside.
And now let's take a glimpse at some. Thanks as always.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jetty Osman out there with Omer Yurtseven, and it's Nunn in at the 2.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. Then there's Hayes, and it's Beberovic in at the 2. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 5 rebounds tonight. Baldwin, the pass to Melli. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Marjanovic. Picked it out of midair. In transition. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Yurtseven up top. No made baskets yet. Osman with the bucket.
He's hitting everything from deep, just flat out torching this defense.
Here's Melli. Pass to Beberovic. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Yurtseven's got 5 rebounds in the game. This one for 3. Melli with a rebound.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Here's Marjanovic. And they're on the run. Here's Osman. Buries it from 3. Osman's got 6 in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Baldwin. There's the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Osman. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Melli. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And stolen by Hayes. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Hayes has got 8.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Baldwin. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Launches a 3. Connects from downtown. Osman's got 21 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Baldwin. It's hauled in by Athens. A minute 50 left in the third quarter here. An open look for Nunn. To the left wing. 3-pointer. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The 3 hits the trifecta. 9 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Here's Baldwin driving inside, and the basket is good.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Here's Osman, and it's off from three-point range.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Marjanovic. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Athens. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now. It's hauled in by Baberovic.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Right wing. Back to Hayes. Takes the three. Gets the three to Falls. Hayes has got 11.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Pass to Nunn. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got rebound number 8 now. Here's Baberovic. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well,
and so it's Athens feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
From outside the arc, knocks down the long J.
You have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players' union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
The three is up. No luck on that one. Athens leading by 21. From deep three-point land. He's off on that one. Cranes the jumper to finish off the break. And so it's Athens with it. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Graham. They set the pick. Lets the three fly. Sends it home from three-point land.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
4-3. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
They swipe it. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. They get the rebound. Fires from way outside. That's a miss. Shooting 7 for 14 from the floor.
2 minutes remaining
And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
BA, whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Fires away from way outside. That one won't go. That's his 8th miss out of 15 shots. Nails it from 3.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Brown passes to Graham. .58 seconds left in the fourth. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. That 3's off the mark. Over to the wing. Tipped and stolen by Brown. .23 seconds left in the game. Six to shoot. Fires from way outside. Oh, wow! He drills it from deep. Fires away from way outside. Misses. And so it's Athens winning this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight. And the crowd...
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the...
Oh, wow.
Goodness.
Man. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Outside Fournier. That three off the mark. Down low. Pass to Hayes. To the paint. Lets it go from deep. And he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Vezenkov. Guarded by Marjanovic. Here's Panathinaikos. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Marjanovic. Guarded closer. Chalk up two there.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Fournier with the ball. Pass to Fall. They need this. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And creating a little separation here gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Pass to Vezenkov. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Biberovic. He's guarded by Fournier.
You knew eventually they were going to miss one. At least you hope.
Here's Panathinaikos. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Baldwin looking for the opening, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Panathinaikos. Here's Vezenkov. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Biberovic. He's guarded by Fournier. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Melly. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Vezenkov.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Out to the right wing. Here's the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vezenkov's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Panathinaikos. And that one is stuffed right through.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
First team foul.
Snatched away. And they're moving it up. The shot's good from Fournier.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen. Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Takes it inside. Covered by Hayes. Pass to Vezenkov. A 3-ball. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Marjanovic, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Shot by Panathinaikos, no good. Pass to Hayes to end the run. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vezenkov. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Puts up a deep 3. Peters grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
On defense, the visitors. They trail by 7. Here's Dorsey. Sinks the three-pointer. Dorsey's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
To the right side. From deep. Buries it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Evans. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Puts up a deep 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good. From past the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Covered by Evans. From deep three-point land. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Dorsey. Drills the three-pointer. Dorsey's got 12 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Peters passes to Evans. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Got that one up quick. Gutterich has got his second bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Takes the 3. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Hits it from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And he sinks the second.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Driving the lane, and he converts the layup. 1:44 left to play in the first half. Here's Peters, still without a basket. Now Dorsey trains the three-pointer.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
A solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Covered by Evans. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shot clock at 5. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Dorsey. 15 points in the game. 26 seconds left now here in the second. Lets the 3 fly. Milutinov controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Puts up a deep three. No good. And so that's the end of the first half. Leading by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
29.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret.
Well, I think for the home team, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the home team.
A key part of this one.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 slot. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, good on the triple. Papanikolaou's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. We've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Melli in at the power forward.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's Baldwin. He has 6. Melli passes to Baldwin. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. 3 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Baldwin can't get it to go. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Trains it from beyond the arc. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Puts it up. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. It's stolen. Now here's Hayes. Off target with his 3.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Pass to Biberovic. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Fires from deep. They get it back. Marjanovic kicks to Hayes. Connects from 3-point range. Hayes has got 6 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Vezenkov's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Baldwin can't get it to go. Baldwin's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Fires from way outside. That one's good. Vezenkov's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Vezenkov, it's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort. Oh, I see you, big fella.
Can you believe that?
When he took off, I was not expecting that.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Baldwin the pass to Hayes. Baldwin kicks to Hayes. Pass to Biberovic. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
3 turnovers in the quarter alone, a bad stretch, and they can't win this game without better play from him.
1:14 left in the third. Here's Baldwin. He has 6. And here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. The 3. It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Swiped it away. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Out to the right wing. Marjanovic finds Hayes. Pass to Biberovic. Just 4 to shoot. The tray. And he's good on the 3 ball. Biberovic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Papanikolaou. They set the pick. Got it off in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that is a big-time 3, fellas, to extend their lead right at the buzzer.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 13. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Right wing. Shanla. The three-pointer, no good. Pass to Peters.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. Here's Gutterich. It's good from long range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And here's Evans. This one for 3. No good that time.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now Dorsey. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Shanla, it's deflected all by himself. Here, he's a high flyer!
That was nasty.
That's just filthy.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
On the wing, Evans shoots from the corner. The shot, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Inside, Shanla, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take a lead? We'll have to see.
Down low. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. It's a 7-point spread. For three, Peters grabs the miss. Peters has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So it's the visitors now. There's the drive. Pass to Gutteridge.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. To the inside.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Peters. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Fournier gets a wide-open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And here comes the break. Launches it. Peters grabs the miss. Here's Dorsey from downtown. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From deep three-point territory. And unable to corral the miss, and it goes out of play.
18 ball.
Covered by Evans.
Evans. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to...
And thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Omer Yurtseven out there with Jetty Osman. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward position. Here's Osman beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Vezenkov. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Yurtseven. On offense, here is Athens. It's a three-point game. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Osman's got 6.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Yurtseven a screen. From deep. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Let's go with a 3. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. On offense, here is Athens. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Nunn. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Unable to get that one. At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Panathinaikos. Pass to Vezenkov. The dive for the ball. From deep. The rebound by Nunn. On offense, here is Athens. Leading by 5. No coverage that time. Osman's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
To the left side wing. Drops in the 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Outside none. 5 to shoot. Oh, the turnaround jumper counted. He's got 5.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
They set the pick. Pass to fall. Here's Vezinkov. He drops it from range.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Athens leading by 4. From deep three-point land. The shot, no good. 1:42 left to play in the first. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezinkov. Here's Papanikolaou. And the 3 off target. Pass to none. And the three-pointer goes.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Fournier for 3. Offensive rebound. Drills it from deep.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
41 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Vezinkov. To the paint. Here's Fall. And that one is stuffed right through.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. And here's your 7. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Wing shot on the way. And at the buzzer, counted.
Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Athens up 2, and the second quarter is on its way when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
So on the floor for Athens. And he's going for the oop here. Up high, and down it goes on the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Dorsey. There's the 3. Drops in the 3. Dorsey's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And here's Grant from the arc. He drops it from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. For 3, and again it's Athens with a 3. Here's Dorsey. Lets the three fly. Nails it from beyond the arc. Of course, he's got his second basket on the night. And so it's Athens with it. And again, it's Athens with a three.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
To the right side. Here's Peters. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Peters has got 6 in the quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Brown. The three is up. It doesn't go for him. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Here's Peters.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
Second team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Dorsey. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. Now Grant.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Puts up a three. Buries it from 3. 9 points in the game. Here's Dorsey. He has 6. Here's Evans. 3-pointer, no good. Athens leading by 4. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Home team foul. Evans. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Grant. It's stolen.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Drives to the hoop. Inside. Brown scanning the floor. Grant outside. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Takes the three. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Evans, defended by Brown. 20 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Peters. Here's Dorsey. A deep three. The shot off that time. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by a point. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey there.
Well, I think for the home team, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed. And that's it for halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Osman. There's the triple. Kept alive. Here's 7. Lays it up and banks it in.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
The home team calls timeout. And for Athens, Jetty Osman out there with Omer Yurtseven. And it's Nunn in at the 2. And here is Fournier. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Osman, no good. It's tipped. Here we go. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
The shot by Fournier, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Osman, that 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Hits a three-pointer. He's got 11.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Pass to Vezenkov. There's a screen. Launches it. Counted from distance. Vezenkov's got 8.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
For 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Vezenkov's got 6 points in the quarter. Vezenkov's gone 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Osman passes to Hernan Gomez. Outside Nunn. Pass to Osman. Back to Nunn. 5 on the clock. Down low. Deflects the pass. Ooh, stolen by Fournier. And here's the fast break. Ripped down the breakaway slam.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Here's Osman. Up again. The rebound by Vezenkov. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Wide open. And he comes up with a bucket.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. They set the pick. They need this. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Here's Papanikolaou. On the wing, Fournier. Nunn defends. Here's Papanikolaou. The three-pointer off the mark. On offense, here is Athens. Osman passes to Nunn. Fires the 3. No good that time. Nunn's gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. And here comes the break. It's intercepted. Fournier for 3. Nails it from 3. Fournier's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
We know Fournier has range, but man, is he feeling it now.
Pass to Yurtseven. Oh, trying his luck from deep. The rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got his 4th rebound in this one. 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Papanikolaou. They set the pick. Clock at 6. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Brown. The three. And that's not going to go. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Up by 4. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Here's Evans. Off the mark there with a 3. Athens trails by 4. And for Athens, and a miss there on the triple. Launches a 3. Knocks down the triple. Evans has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Back to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
The 3 ball. He buries it from 3.
I remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Here's Evans. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Evans has got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. All right, a chance to check out the upcoming schedule for Athens. On Wednesday, and then on Friday.
Number 94, Evan Fournier.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. From the arc. It's not going to go for him. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Fournier. Over Grant. The shot by Fournier, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And Grant gets it to go.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Evans. Yes! He nails it!
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 3-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Fires for 3. No good on the shot.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Shot is up. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Peters. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Grant against Fournier. And here's Brown for 3. That shot missing.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
That's tipped. And they're on the break. It's good. brings them within one.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Fournier for three. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Oh, huge shot from Evan Fournier. He's ready.
Here's the pick. Out to the wing. The putback. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Launches it from deep. The offensive rebound. Pass to Evans. Puts up a deep three. No good.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
Fires from way outside. The shot no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe...